Good evening. Welcome to another Cantrell Country Travel Way Cruising Show. Welcome in, guys. Glad you guys are coming in. Hopefully, we'll have some people joining us here shortly. Um, we'll get started in a little bit here and talking some things as soon as I see some people come in. But in case you catch the replay, I hope you will enjoy the show. My name's Dave. I am the agent and owner of the Cantrell Country Travel Way. And I do run a travel agency, and I can help you more than plan or help you design an itinerary cruise or vacation, where no matter whether it's an exotic trip, domestic trip to the beach, or a trip to the Caribbean, maybe a trip to Alaska or Hawaii. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in to those that are here. Glad you guys can be here. We're just trying to give people time to come on in and enjoy the show. And I know they were in different streams. I know Peaches. And then there's our good friend, Mama D. Hello, Debbie Bernfeld. Great job on the stats today. I do want to share out congratulations to Preston and the seniors of the comments. They had a great season. It's a shame that they lost tonight on senior night, but still, you guys got a lot of good accomplishments, and you're about to hit the biggest accomplishment, which is to graduate from high school. So hats off to you, all the seniors of the Cantonville's Comets. Yes, it was a good game, but a tough loss. Exactly, Debbie. So my hat's off to Preston and the seniors and the whole Comets team, coaching staff, and everything. Parents, you're talking about a wonderful group of boys that you get to. As watching the games, you really respect where the boys are coming from, and they were raised right. They're a good bunch of guys. So, and then there's our good friend Jill. Welcome in, Jill. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We're just waiting to see how many others we get in to come in and join us tonight, and then we will get going. But I hope you ladies are having a good night. It's Thursday, only one more day. Hey, Christian, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see you. But let me see. Oh, well, and I do have. Yeah, I know they were the stream. I tried to. I wanted to. They've been going. They went for quite a while, so I knew I had to stop. I knew. Yeah, I know they were going out. I was trying not to go. I was trying not to step on their toes as they were doing the stream, but I knew it was time for me to get rolling. So, hopefully, maybe they'll come join us over here on. I don't know, Christian. I'm not quite sure which Star Wars show you're talking about. I just know that now May 4th is coming. That'll be, let's see, what's May 4th? May the 4th be with you is, let's see, tomorrow, 2nd, 3rd. May the 4th is on Sunday. So I'm sure they'll have a lot of different Star Wars shows on Sunday and everything else. And it'll be curious to see what kind of shows they do on Hollywood Studios on Sunday and Disneyland and on Sunday as well. So we'll see. They got a lot of new merchandise for Star Wars, I know, this year, and a lot of different things. They were bringing in some characters throughout the sea, throughout the show, and yeah, hey, but yeah. Well, not this streamer. This streamer will be at home on Sunday. So, Ryan Rowe, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see you. Glad you can make it. Glad you can be here. Um, well, I've got I've got bit of news for one thing for the channels. Um, oh, that's cool. We're going to be talking about the utopia of the seas, Ryan. We're going to be talking about the utopia of the seas. Since that we're going to go on, we're going to move on to the Royal Caribbean ships and talk about. Now, I know you guys heard Jill and her husband. They talked about the Icon, but tonight we're going to break down and we're actually going to break down and look at the utopia of the seas. But before we do that, I got some channel news that will affect both this channel and that. And Jill, it'll help you to have to do less research. It actually does. Utopia is a lot like the Icon, but a fraction of the size of the Icon. You're right, Jill. The pictures that I've seen actually, they both fairly resemble each other, except that the fact that the Icon is a lot larger, or look bit larger than what the Utopia of the Seas is. But here's the good news. And poor Jill won't even have to, she won't have to do as much research anymore. Um, as of last night, I ordered my new desktop, dual 24-inch monitors, which I will. No, you can't nap. That don't mean you can't nap, but by Wednesday or Thursday next week, I will have my new desktop, dual monitors. I ordered it as of last night, so I will have my new desktop next week. Um, Now, whether I'll be using it right away, I don't know because we're yeah. Well, no, I need to dual monitor. Here's the thing, Ryan. As a travel agent, I need the dual monitor so I can. On one monitor, I need to be able to talk with my clients, and on the other monitor, I need to be able to pull up the information I need. But yeah, you just still have your work iPad. Well, and here's the thing. But see, yeah, I mean, I need here's my thing. I still need my laptop, which I know my sister is supposed to be sending me a laptop, but I will also have my desktop now too. Yeah, do it. There's certain jobs where you have to have, there's certain jobs these days you got to have dual monitors. Look, even when I'm going to tell you this, even when you're a live streamer for YouTube, you just about have to do dual monitors. I mean, so even as a YouTube, when you're a Disney, when you're a creator, a YouTube creator, you pretty much almost have to. Yeah, who the? Oh, you got dual monitors. It works. Yeah, but they don't. Well, that's something about that, Ryan. When you're at work, um, it is what it is. But yes, so as of next week, I will have my dual monitors, my new laptop or my new desktop. I mean, whether I'll have it set up, I don't know because when we happen to move out of here where I'm at now, I'm not quite sure where I'm going to be at. Samuel Wilkinson, welcome in, buddy. The weather is quite warm, Samuel. Quite warm. We're extremely we're pretty warm here in Florida. All right. Oh, how dare those earthquakes wake you up, Jill? That ain't supposed to happen. Hey, well, hey, if you can get away with it, if you can get away with it, Ryan, that's pretty cool because you don't want to miss. If you really don't want to try to miss any YouTube streamers that have got good quality content. But okay, so as you look, we're getting into the summer. I'm going to tell you guys now, we're getting into the summer months. We're getting into the vacation season. Um, this is pretty much a busy time of year for travel agents. Um, ooh, you can get away with it now. Well, hey, if you can get away with it, Ryan, that's the best power to you, buddy. That's the only way to do it. But yeah, we're getting into it. So tonight, we're actually going to talk about, we are going to bring up and talk about the Icon or the Utopia of the Seas, which is a Royal Caribbean ship. So we are going to, yeah, especially with international travelers. That is so true, Jill. That is so true. Um, Yeah, it actually with international travelers cutting back travel because it is getting yeah, I'm betting it. They say yeah, they're wondering. I saw a video today that I was wondering what was going on. They said it was talking about Las Vegas being hit heavily because international travelers they're not coming to the U.S. as much as they're cutting back this year on U.S. international travel. Ah, your boss hires the Amish and then you make the schedules for them. Uh-huh. Wow. See, that's yeah. It's so there is some things. One of the big things is then when there's economic turn down, the travel industry is the first one to is one of the biggest industries to get hit. Yeah, a lot of people are traveling within yeah, and that's just it. It with the travel and tourism industry, it depends on how the economics are churning. If it's on a climb up, then more people are going to have more money to spend, the more traveling they're going to do. Now, at the end, economics are turning down, then obviously people don't have the extra money to travel. And there are some things that are getting better in the US. So a lot of people are traveling more domestically and cruise ships than the international travels. They've cut. Jill's right. International travel has cut back on conventions, traveling. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start booking our Baltimore flights soon too. Um, actually, would probably within the next month, I'm gonna probably book it. But anyways, no, the smoke detector ain't off, but I think the battery's finally getting to the point where it's wearing down. It only beeps so often now. But let's talk utopia. Okay, guys, utopia of the sea. You know, to me, I love the Utopia of the Seas. The ship it is the sixth ship in the Oasis class. It is and it is the second largest cruise ship in the world, except for the Icon, which dwarfs it. In the Icon class ships. Um, Obviously, it was ordered in 2019. It laid down. It actually maiden voyage was last year of July 19th was its maiden voyage, and obviously its route is the Bahamas. It is out of Port Canaveral currently. Its tonnage is 236,473 gross tonnage. Its length is 362.12 meters, or 1,188.1 square feet. Length or beam is 47.46 meters, or 155.7 feet. Decks, there are 18 decks. Yeah, I was getting to that. I'm coming to that. Capacity is 56,600 on the occupancy, where the Icon is 7,000 plus. That's correct. The crew of two, and with the Utopia, it does have the crew of 2,290. Um, it does use liquid nitrogen fuel tanks. I mean, here you can see this is how much it looks like the icon, guys. This is what, and this should look familiar. That's kind of what the icon looks like. That is the main deck. There of the Utopia. Somewhat similar to the icon. You know, maybe there's a little bit of difference in things, but definitely a little bit. But definitely, yeah, shorter cruises out of Port Canaveral. Exactly, Jill. I mean, because the design of it is almost pretty much the exact identity of the icon. I mean, the only difference again is the icon is it's a larger class size ship. Exactly, it's the Royal Promenade deck, which is usually your main pool deck. Um, you know, and that's where you get to see a lot of the different things and all all that. I'll be glad when I can have my dual monitor and I can pull this stuff up and share it. Yes, it does have the pizza place, Toronto's, the karaoke bars, just like the icon. Um, exactly. Main ship is deck. Yep. Main shopping is deck four. Yep. 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 Uh, I'm trying to see if I'm trying to do one thing. I'm trying to see where's Mike. Ah, no, he don't need no Starbucks. He's probably not going to come. I'm going to probably guess that he's not probably going to. He's probably not going to come on. Oh, great. Well, that one just got locked out, so I can't do nothing with that. So I talked to them. So I've got some emails to do. No, but they you're going to find out that they have. Yeah, they all have some type of ships. Um, Happy May Day, Samuel. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I like the icon. I love. Um, Do, 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 do. Let me see if I can do it this way. I mean, here's another one. Here is another ship. Here, and again, it's kind of like it, but that is during the daylight shot. Again, that's the promenade deck, along with the slides in the back of the ship and all that. Um, and there's the couple of the slides that are always talking about. Speedy restaurants are similar to the icon, the chops, the grills, and oh well, now see that's it. Yep, exactly. Um, Deck four is where you embark and disembark. Deck two is the gangway and the Royal Promenade Dining, and it's on decks three and four. The icon has. Oh yeah, that's the one thing because they wanted to make sure they added more specialty restaurants to the icon, Jill. Um, their purpose was to expand their availability for specialty restaurants and that. Um, Hence why the icon actually has more restaurants than most of your other cruise ships. That's okay. I mean, that's the fun of it. Um, do, 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 do. I mean, here's a good look of the Utopia of the Seas. This is Sorry, guys. No, didn't froze. My damn phone overheated. Hold on, Richard. I can send you the link. This is why it wasn't that the phone, guys. Phone didn't freeze. Phone overheated. That's why it kicks me out. The whole phone shut down. I had to cool it down real quick. So, all right, give me 1 second so I can send the link to Richard so he can join. Now you see why I'll be glad when I get my frickin'. Yep. Now you guys will be glad. Now you guys see why I'll be glad when I get my dual monitor computer. The only difference there is that I'll have to wait. Okay, the link is. I did. I actually put it in front of the. I put it in front of the air conditioning. It cooled it down real quick. The link is in. The link is in IG between the chat. I got no choice, Jill. I got no laptop. I'm using what I can. Sorry, guys. I mean, that's why I don't want to be using my phones. Well, it has nothing to do with the. I don't know. This is a brand new phone I am streaming from. I don't know. It's irritating me the fact that it's heating up so quick. I don't know why it's heating up so quick, but I won't be happy until I have my. I won't be happy until I have my desktop next week.
I don't blame you.
Because it's not like it. I don't use this second phone. I only use it for streaming, and I can't figure out why in the heck it heats up that fast.
Yeah. Dang.
So, anyways, where were we? Back to the Utopia. Okay, where were we at? Where were we at? Oh, restaurants on the Utopia. I gotta ask one question. Never mind.
I do want to go on the Utopia.
Of course. Yeah. I may think about the Utopia for next year. It'll be a couple years old, and it'll be a little bit cheaper than what the Icon is.
Yeah.
It'll depend on what my sisters do. If they want to come, if it's me, then I'll have my whole options open. If they want to go, then it depends on what they want to do.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. If I can get to the point where and my next thing is to get the website up and running, because I've had it with my job too. I'm about.
And I've heard some things. I know that you're kind of stressed out about your job recently.
Well, and now I found out, and I don't know if you were, Mike. No, well, I don't know if I told you the other night or not. Now I got less than a month till I have to move out of here.
Yeah, you did tell us.
So, yeah, and then I had family issues because I had a cousin that got arrested, which now I'm going to have to deal with his stuff.
Ooh.
It just gets worse. But we're talking food, cruising, and fun and sun.
What kind of food do they have? What kind of food do they have on this Utopia of the Seas? You perked me up.
They got a lot of different things. It
Good
actually is
restaurant.
similar. Jill, remind me, and she just put it in there.
Yeah.
Hey, can I add? I'm not even going to ask that question because every time I do,
Oh
something
boy.
else goes wrong. I
Yeah.
ain't even going to even answer that. I ain't even going to ask it. I'm going to ask what kind of. All I'm going to say is yes, we know. Next, it'll be a happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Unfortunately, my mom's passed, so it'll be for me. It'll be another sad day,
Yeah.
kinda. Um,
Well,
but she
you could
she
do some,
actually mentioned it.
Dave.
Jill, can you repost what you posted about what restaurants do they have on the icon? Because
Okay.
I know the restaurants are similar between the icon and the two. I do not. Of course, she doesn't remember the mason jar on the icon, but
Oh,
that's the one I
there
wanted. That
goes Jill.
now the icon is the one that has the railway car experience. I want to see that one. They actually built the bar or the restaurant to look like you're eating on an
Oh,
actual train car. You want to talk about getting creative? Those are one of the things that I didn't know if you knew about that, but that now see the rail
all
car
those
restaurant.
restaurants sound wonderful. Yeah. Yeah.
What happened to Mike? Did he run out of Starbucks?
I think him and me we were string up until not even 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want. I tried not to run over you guys, but I had to get started. I was
Yeah.
having. I didn't. I tried
We
not to run
did
on
really
top of you
good.
guys.
But we
Plus,
were
the
talking about food. I think I got him hungry, and so he went towards dinner after dinner kind of thing.
probably no. Yeah, the Utopia. That's the thing. The Utopia is the one that does have the railroad car.
Maybe send a link to him. He might join in. I don't know.
Have a good night, Samuel. See you next stream.
Yeah.
But that's why I want to do the Utopia because they have that railroad car. Because
Yeah.
you actually feel like you're walking into a train, and then you actually feel like you're sitting in a dining car of a
Yeah.
rail thing,
Yep.
which is extremely that is a unique. Honestly, that is a to me that's probably one of the most better type of. I mean, I know what Disney does, but that type of design for like the Royal Caribbean is
Yeah.
actually pretty unique. I mean,
It
that's
is
a unique
unique.
idea.
Yeah. Oh, oh.
It does
That'll
not.
that,
Don't
that'll
say. Do not
that'll
say
make up
that, Jill.
yeah
It's closed.
that'll make up the mind for Mr.
No, no.
Mike over there.
Starbucks
Well,
is
let him have.
closed.
Dave.
Starbucks is closed.
Dave, just let him have his Starbucks. You don't have to go there. He's not forcing you. Let him have it.
I just have to pick on them.
Uh,
Let's see. Yep, it does have the central. Well, wait a minute. So does
okay.
Yeah, but so does the icon. Jill, didn't you say that the icon had the Central Park theming too?
They both do.
Yeah, because I thought these last few classes they were starting to. The last few classes I thought were having that type of
There you
theming in
go.
the thing.
I agree, Jill. And you agree too,
There you
Dave.
go.
You
Hey,
get your
hey,
pizza.
I agree. As long as I can get my all night pizza, he can have all the Starbucks he wants. I won't care.
Exactly. So if the icon and this one are the same, then they have that that middle floor that you're able to get not only outside facing staterooms, but also staterooms that face the center towards Central Park
Yes, you can.
zone.
Yes, you can.
It has more. gazebo possibilities. Not gazebo.
And here, here's the thing: they're fit, except for a few specialty restaurants. The Icon has a few more specialty restaurants than what the Utopia has, and the fact that it's where the Utopia holds just short of 6,000. The Icon holds 7,000 plus, and that's not including the crew.
Yeah.
Or I should say, and it might include the crew, but it can hold up to 7,000 more.
For me,
but I don't think it includes the thing.
It would just rely on destination. I don't really, unless I know I'm staying on the ship, I don't really care or know if I really care about what destination we're going to. But if it's like a new place I haven't been, that entices me a little bit here and there,
Yeah, well, I mean, and that's what I agree about Jill. I mean, for a ship like that, I wish it would do a little bit more of.
There you go, Jill.
But the Utopia only does it only does short cruises. It's like 4 or 5 day cruises. That's where I wish it did 7 days, because
might do a turnoff for me, because I want a longer trip. I want something that's substantial,
Right. That's where I turn to the Icon as far as the Royal Caribbean. I mean, I want, when I start traveling next year, when I do my cruise next year, it is going to be a 7-day cruise.
Oh, more. There's bigger ones.
Yes, or more.
There's up to 15 that I've seen. 15.
Well, I don't know if I can get away for. I don't think I can get away for 15 days, but I could probably do like 7 to 11 days.
Okay.
No, not that I wouldn't want to do 15 days, because I love the ocean. If I could do that, I would. But that's
You also have to think of I know Disney doesn't have a foothold, but other businesses do have halfway decent of a foothold on European cruises.
Yes. Well, and here's the thing about it, though.
P&O. Yeah.
Here's the crazy thing about all this.
And I wouldn't want to do one of those.
Even Jill, and I know Jill was right, but Jill brought up a good point. People from Europe right now, they're cutting back on trips to the U.S. at this point because of the tariffs and everything.
Yeah.
So international travel is cutting back. But here's the crazy thing. Domestic travel, cruise travel within the U.S. is climbing.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't talking about getting one from Europe over to the U.S., Europe to Europe, or Europe to a different country. Something. I want something more history orientated. You know what I mean? Something more historic.
Right. Now, she said the longest one that she did was 10 days on the original Rotterdam for Holland.
I have done Disney Dream back to back. So it was a 9-day. Then right afterwards was another 6-day. 15 nights.
Okay. Well,
back to
I'm
back.
going to tell you what, guys. We'll get back to the Utopia, but I need to do this real quick, just in case my phone decides to try to heat up again. I better do this real quick.
Whether it's luxury or fun in the sun, Dave's got the tips to make your cruise number one. Tune in, sit back, let's plan your stay on Cantrell Country's Travel Way. It's Cantrell Country's Travel Way, setting sail on adventure every day. From island south to ocean blue, we got your cruising covered through and through. Pack your bags and set your sights. We're cruising seas and booking flights, from the ports to the waves where dreams come alive. Dave Cantrell is here to guide your ride. It's Cantrell Country's Travel Way, setting sail on adventure every day. From island stops to ocean blue, we've got your cruising covered through and through.
Welcome back, guys. All right.
And look at what Jill said. She agreed with the back-to-back option. And
Yeah,
yes,
that would be now.
mine. That's what mine did. Yeah, it's 2 different itineraries. It was the last of the certain kind of itinerary. Then it went to a new one, and that's what's with back-to-back.
Yeah, and exactly. Now that I could do, I wouldn't. Now I wouldn't. I agree with you guys. I wouldn't pass up a back to back if the itineraries are different.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't pass up a back to back itinerary.
And
I mean,
plus,
if
I booked the same. I don't know if this other cruises do this, but I booked the same room on both cruises. I did not have to take my bags off to go back on. I left them there because they allow you to leave them on the ship while you're logging back in to get into the new cruise itinerary. Yep. 2 different itineraries. Yep.
exactly. Yeah. Now, see, I would consider doing the back to back.
Now, I've seen someone that did not only a back-to-back, but he did a back-to-back with Disney. But then right afterwards, he did another different cruise line that was like right across the port. It was right there. He just basically had to walk over, and he was already there. So you can go further than that if you wanted to.
That's what Richard was saying, Jill, that Disney will let you do that. But we don't. He was saying he wasn't sure if other cruise lines, and I'm not even sure if other cruise lines will let you do that, where you leave your luggage on.
But I know Disney.
I'm not sure if other cruises will let you leave your luggage on and exit off and then come back on. They might.
They might have a back-to-back option,
but apparently Disney does, because both you and Jill both said the same, that you can actually leave your.
It's exciting, it's exciting. Yeah. Yes, you have to go through customs again. Customs are customs. You can't really get away from it if you know you're traveling. Yeah,
no, you got to go through. You actually, I would assume, if I'm hearing you guys right, that what I'm thinking is that you actually can leave your stuff in your room, especially if you book the same room on the next flight, if it be in a different itinerary.
Yeah.
But you actually everybody in your party physically has to exit the ship and go through customs again to come back on. But your stuff is already in your room because you got the same room, just on a different itinerary.
Yep. And then also, you can also do that if you do not book the same room also. You would need a nice little slip that they give you, and it tells you which room that is traveling to, and you'd leave it on the outside of your door the night before, and then they would pick it up and they would have it ready for you in your room by the time you get back onto the ship for the new itinerary.
Yeah, exactly. And that's because that's a standard. That is a standard things with the cruise industry, that all personnel disembark, or all passengers must disembark so that they can do a turnaround. That's why they have an 8-hour turnaround. I mean, the cruises, they come in at anywhere, like if you watch the Port of Miami, like on Saturday mornings, Icon pulls in about 2:45.
Yeah.
In the morning. It disembarks at about 6 p.m.
Oh.
But at that point, they usually have 2 or 3 Carnival ships that pull in, a Virgin ship pull in. Of course, you got the Royal Caribbean. But they're all cleaned and turned around in an 8-hour period, backed on, and then they start leaving port again about anywhere from 4 p.m. to 6.
Yeah.
Let's see. What did she say? She's saying actually cruise lines typically allow you to leave your luggage in your cabin for back-to-back cruises if you're staying in the same room for both sailings. If you're changing rooms, the staff will typically assist in moving your luggage to your new cabin. Let's see. She actually sat on our balcony on the treasure and watched everything port side as we were
Leaving the port.
leaving the port. Oh, okay. Nice, Jill.
Yep.
That's interesting. So see, that's some good things to know.
And also, just like any other ship, I know with Disney, you don't have to be the first off unless you have something that is planned, like a flight, something like that. Probably, maybe a reservation at a hotel.
Okay, I'm protesting this statement right now.
Okay,
I am so going to protest this statement right now.
now for some fun. Hey, you know what, Debbie?
We weren't causing
She's
trouble.
saying, Dave, she's just saying she's having fun with Dave and Richard now. I ignored the rest
She's
of it.
calling us troublemakers. We haven't
I'm
been causing
ignoring the
troublemaker.
troublemaker comments.
We actually have been behaving today and having some good conversation.
You know what, Debbie? Come on over here. Come join us.
Yeah, I need to send the link.
You're off.
You need to come join me and Richard on. Come join me and Richard on here. I was not swearing at my phone.
That must have been right before I came then.
Not swearing. I was just giving it a lecture.
You're
giving a firm lecture to it.
Giving a firm lecture and using some select words, huh?
True. No, but Debbie, can I get you or Jill to make sure you guys put the links in for my travel agency and all that? I was giving it a firm lecture because it was it was not treating me right.
Oh boy, I like her firm lecture. Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, see. No, but if one of you guys could get the links to the travel leaders and all that and put, because I've already played the commercial, Debbie. I just need to get the links in there. But I'll be going. But I didn't know if did you. I don't know. Were you in the chat when I actually was telling them that I actually ordered my new desktop, Richard?
I think so. It was right after you got froze.
Because I had been
overheated.
Well, no. Okay, you caught that part. No, but here's the thing. Because I actually talked about it before we started talking about the Utopia. I actually last night ordered a dual monitor desktop last night. I will have it by next week.
Okay.
So that's the good thing.
Dave, are you going to be okay since you're going to have to be moving out of your place? Do you have something planned to back up when you have to move out?
I'm working on that currently right now.
Okay.
Because we actually are looking at an option of trying to get to put the house on the property. Since and you're aware of the situation with my cousin.
Yeah.
Because you were with me and Mikey when we all talked.
Yeah. So that happened to him, but
yeah. So I may go another route so that I can actually get the house on the trailer so I can get back to the house.
Okay.
Now it'll take a little bit of time, so I'm still gonna have to go look for a room to rent or something. Yeah. I mean, but we haven't
Yep. Life update with Dave, you know.
Yeah, that's about it. Talking about needing a cruise, I need a cruise now.
Oh,
exactly. I need a cruise for everything.
You know what?
I need
a roof over your head, so that's a good point.
I'm going to here. Okay, I'm already going to put a warning thing out on this now because I know I'm going to hear it from Jill and Debbie.
Yeah.
But here is going to be me when I get back on my cruises. I'm going to be on a lounge chair with my alcoholic drink. 10 blondes on the right, 10 blue nuts on the left.
Do you have a preference on the alcoholic drink? Is that Corona? Is that
No, it'll actually be no. It'll actually probably be just some specialty drink.
pina colada? There you go.
It could be margarita,
Pina colada. Yeah, Hawaiian themed.
kind of.
Yep. Fruity drink. I like those.
Well, I mean, I don't drink a lot.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get one once in a while. Even when I don't honestly. Let's see. Did I have any alcohol? You know, the first cruise I actually did, I didn't drink any alcohol that first one. But I can guarantee you when I take this next cruise, I might have a couple for sure.
Yeah.
Because I'll be like, you know, whether I check out the port, I don't know. I may just stay on the ship and relax because sometimes relaxing on the ships can be the best thing.
Yep, exactly.
And if I can put my 10, oh, wait a minute. And then I got to have 10 redheads behind me. So 10 blondes on the right, 10 brunettes on the left, and 10 redheads in the back. I'm good.
All I've got to say is
then I'll have my whole harem and then I'll be good.
Oh, gosh. Is this going to be on a Disney cruise ship or is it going to be not?
I don't know. I haven't decided that one yet. Actually,
what does Disney have for the big ship?
Now being serious, honestly, for me, I have kind of decided.
Oh gosh, look what Debbie just.
Yes, but more the merrier in the fun, Debbie. Trust me. More the merrier in the fun.
You're going to be the modern day Hugh Hefner.
Exactly. There you go.
Oh gosh.
No, but okay. Going back to where I was saying, for me, I have got 2 cruises that I've actually looked at. Okay. Richard, but now I'm trying to see if my 2 sisters and my niece want to go on a cruise with me. So if they decide to go, then it's going to be, that'll vary on to what cruise I actually am going to do.
Oh, look at what Jill just posted. And now I'm picturing it.
Why not? Hey, if it works. Hey, Jill, if it works, I'll go for it.
Oh boy, you're gonna try to rent out one of those Volkswagen buses?
I'll turn my car into one of a mobile RV car.
And so you're gonna have one of those the Volkswagen bus, and they sometimes put those water beds in the very back.
There you go. Yep, exactly.
The hippie van.
Now the hippie car, but I'm gonna keep my car.
Okay.
I'll make it a hippie car.
Oh, now Debbie's trying to picture this. Well, we're having a little fun tonight. We can't say anything better.
No, it's a good thing because it's been a long day. I actually got to take a couple-hour nap this afternoon because I actually today at work out in the sun I actually trimmed 15 palm trees, and that's a lot of palm trees to be cutting branches of. And it is. Laughter is good medicine.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Hey, wait till you see the pictures I'll be bringing back to put on post and put on the thing and when I'm on my cruise. It's coming.
When you're on your cruise, I'll probably be on my cruise doing the same thing.
Maybe we can play. I wonder if we can play bumper boats.
No. Hopefully not the same cruise. I'll be butting shoulders with Dave over here.
We'll play bumper boats.
Oh god.
Why not? They got they're putting bumper cars on the cruise ships now. Why
Yeah,
not?
bumper cars. Oh, Dave, wouldn't that be fun to see you and me trying to go to bumper cars and trying to bump each other?
No, I actually, you can leave the gambling out because I wouldn't videotape that. And I don't know if I would actually gamble on a cruise. I think I
gamble
do
a
that
little
more.
bit,
I only
but
have specific places I go to gamble, and it's usually Windsor or one of the 3 casinos down in Detroit.
mm,
Because you'll never catch me. Nothing. If I
slot
go to
machine is the
put
only
it
thing
this
I
way,
do
if I
really.
ever go to Las Vegas, Jill, if I ever go to Las Vegas, it'll be to come see you and your husband. Otherwise, I wouldn't go nowhere near it. Yes, that's what I was about to
Yep.
tell Richard. They already got bumper cars on the
What?
Royal Caribbean.
There's some of them that have bumper cars, and I've even seen one of them that has go-kart racing track on top of the
They
boat.
do. It's all Royal Caribbean.
Yeah, Royal
It's all
Caribbean.
Royal Caribbean.
Ooh, that might have to be a thought because that is entertainment.
Oh, I stand
Mm.
corrected.
No,
There
Carnival
might
has
be
some of them
some
too.
on the newer MSC class ships.
Okay.
I'll have to go look, but there might
Oh,
be some on the newer MSC class ships.
yeah. Jill's on fire tonight.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going, hey, listen. Sometime in June, I'm going to be staying at St. Augustine. I'm going
That's
to the
what it
beach.
was, Dave. It was
What?
Norwegian. It wasn't Royal Caribbean. It was Norwegian. NCL.
No. Caribbean has them too. Norwegian has them.
Norwegian. Yeah.
I knew
don't
there
know
was
if
some
Royal
other ones.
Caribbean-
I knew there's, and
I don't
I'm
know if Royal
telling, let's
Caribbean
see.
does.
Now, some of the carnival ships, they actually have those riding things around the
Yes, the bicycle
even
things.
the newer carnival ships are starting to add something like the bumper cars and all that a little bit. Not
Yeah.
quite to that extent that Royal Caribbean or Norwegian has done, but
And I know MSC usually has some kind of climbing wall also, if I remember correctly.
that one that's on certain class ships that they have the port lift. Yeah,
Yeah.
what is that called? The Star. That lifts you up to about 100 feet over the ship. Yep. See, there you go. See the go-kart tracks, Royal Caribbean, Quantum, and
Yep.
and
Oh wait,
yep,
what
exactly.
is that ship that has the restaurant in it that you sit in the restaurant and then it kind of lowers down towards the sea level?
You are talking. That's on a celebrity ship.
That's a
That is on
celebrity.
a celebrity ship. That I know. That is on a celebrity ship.
That's different.
It is different because you kind of sit over the edge of the water on that.
Yeah.
But
And
it goes up
hits
and down. It goes up and down. Yeah,
Yep.
that is actually on a celebrity ship because I don't know. Okay, answer me to Joe. You go on a lot of cruises.
Yeah.
Richard, you go on to the cruises. Who in the heck is going to walk on a small piece of thing over the thing, wearing a strap attached to a harness, and walk out, and you're trying to avoid being dumped? But I mean, the strap's not going to let you fall, but it's like a platform that drops if you step on the wrong thing.
Oh, I've seen those. Yeah. You got to think of it this way, Dave. They also have that on some ships that have rope climbing courses. What do you call those?
Mountain things.
They're the
Yes, but this actually the one that this is on the celebrity. This is on the celebrity. These are on some of the celebrity ships that do that, and you actually walk out so many feet over the water.
Oh, there you go. Celebrity Edge class ships.
Well, thank you, Joe.
All
That's
those
correct.
3 what she just
I couldn't
posted.
remember which class ships it was, but
Dinner
I
on
knew
the
it was. I knew it was. I knew it was Celebrity.
yeah.
I knew it was Celebrity because Celebrity is also the one that does it. I'm telling you, it's a small walkout platform. You put a harness on,
Yeah.
they catch a thing, and it's like a game. It's like trying to, you know how you play hopscotch and
Yeah.
you have to avoid a certain block.
Yep.
That's what you do there. It's kind of like a hopscotch in the air, and you have to avoid a certain block because if it happens, it drops, and
you
you're
drop
the only
with
thing
it.
that's hanging you is the rope attached.
Oh, that's adrenaline right there.
That you're talking about adrenaline, and you're
Yeah.
hanging over the you're hanging
You're
over
hanging
the edge of the
over
water.
the ship. No, thank you. I know some have started putting roller coasters on ships.
Well, yeah, but I think Celebrity was the first one to do that, Jill. It's kind of what you're talking about is similar to what Celebrity has.
Icon. Okay.
Yeah, Icon had that, but then I think a couple of the celebrity, I think it might be the Edge. I think Celebrity Edge, and I think the two that you mentioned, the Edge and the Apex, I think have that.
Okay. Oh, I know at least. Just talking about experiences. I know Celebrity has
Well, I
their.
got to turn on the light because I got to see a
Yeah,
little
I know
bit.
Celebrity has their private island that has the roller coaster on it. That's pretty neat. Then I know they're making a second one for the private island. Not Celebrity, Carnival.
Yeah, Carnival. Yeah, Celebration
Carnival.
Key. Celebration Key. They're
Celebration Key, and
expanding
then
it.
the other
They're
one. Yeah.
actually Celebration Key hasn't even opened. It opens up
No.
in
Oh,
this year.
so
It
okay.
opens. Celebration Key opens up this summer, but
Huh?
yet they still have parts that they're. That, yep. Hey, Captain Mickey Mouse, yep. Oh, we lost Richard. Well, hopefully Richard will be able to come back. He might have had to go. Maybe, it might have been dinner time for him. Yes. So there's a lot of your cruise ships are now starting to add these thrill lines. Yeah, exactly, Joe. A lot, but see, that's if you notice, a lot of these cruise ships are starting to add these thrill rides, and we know Mama D wants to try them all. Mama D wants to be the first one to try them. We know she wants to. We know she wants to experience it. See, told you. Put a little moonshine in Mama D, and she'll be brave. Yes. Oh, that is so, man. Captain Mickey Mouse. I don't know if you've Tinkerbell was doing when the MSC America arrived to port. Traveling with Tinkerbell did that. And again, guys, I encourage you guys to reach out to. I encourage you guys to go travel, talk with Traveling with Tinkerbell, and all that. She does shows on Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm actually need to reach out to her because I want to try to do a small round table of what they do on Wednesday across the waves. But yeah, that actually looks like an amazing slide, Captain Mickey Mouse. But yeah, that was. Okay. See, yours happened. See, yours doing the same thing, Richard. Yours is overheated. Okay, well, come back in when you can. But yeah, that the man, I'm telling you that MS. We may look at the MSC America. It is actually beautiful. Um, so let it cool down, Richard, and if you can get back in time, please do come back in. But yeah, it's amazing. Hey, Jill, have you ever wanted to try some of those? Have you tried some of those experiences on the ships that you have been on? Because I know there are some of the things like I believe I'll reach out to her. I will, you know what? I'll make that a note, Captain Mickey Mouse, and I will see if I can get her to come on a Thursday night show and talk about MSC America versus NCL Breakaway. Like I said, there's certain things I'm still learning. That's why I'm working, and I'm trying to coordinate with Tinkerbell a little bit more. But I know she's been on a lot of cruise. She's been doing some cruises lately, but I have to reach out to her. But yes, I will. I will reach out to Tinkerbell. I will reach out to Tinkerbell and ask her for you, okay? And see if I can't get her on. I will see if I can get her on. Can you come in at 6 o'clock on Thursdays? Okay, well then I'll reach out to her and see if I can get her to come back in on a cruise line show, and we will discuss MSC America versus Norwegian Cruise Lines. I'll Okay. I'll get her to see if I can get her to come back on a Thursday night cruise line show. So I'm waiting to see if we can get Richard back on in a minute. Oh, did we lose Jill too? Jill went quiet on us for a minute. Okay, how many people are you booting out, Debbie? Okay, well, yeah. No, but I will ask her and I will try to get her. I will work on getting her back in on a Thursday, and we'll do the NCL breakaway versus MSC America. I don't know what you're doing now. We're sitting there talking. I figured you're probably watching some other people stream along with mine. I'm hoping that we can get Richard to come back in a little bit, but he might. I think he's trying to get his phone to cool down. See, even his phone overheated. That's why we lost him real quick. That's what happened to me. It overheated and it shut down. It shut down real quick. But yes, I will. And when I do, I will make a thumbnail and I will put it out, Captain Mickey Mouse. Oh, when you're done there. Well, I don't know. I mean, the AC that I have here at this house, it actually works pretty good. It cools it down pretty fast. I just hold it there for a couple of minutes in front of it, and it cools it down fast enough for it to cool. But now I've got the fan going and that, and it's keeping the phone. It's pretty much keeping the phone from overheating because it's still pretty hot outside. So I understand, and I didn't have the air running earlier, so the house was pretty warm. So it's now it's cooling down. But anyways, guys, well, it's 8:13. I think we just about covered everything we're going to cover for tonight, guys. Don't forget tomorrow night shenanigans. I'm going to actually. I need to reach out to John and see if he wants to come. Debbie, do you want to come on tomorrow night? Yes. And I don't know if you kind of got a couple of them. You got Disney that does water slides that go over the edge of the sea. Yeah. Um, well, no, there is one that, and I can't really call it a roller coaster, but it's like a bicycle type thing that they ride around, and it's so many meters around on the Carnival cruise lines. Um, and yes, there are some cruise lines that are putting some roller coaster type rides on some of these newer versions of the cruises ships. Yeah, a lot of them have the zip lines, but there are different versions now that are coming up, even to the point where some of them are mini versions of roller coasters. Exactly. Do I think she's cruising today? I don't know if she's cruising today. I do know that she was going on a group cruise. I do know about 2 weeks ago she was on MS doing a short cruise with MSC America when it came into Fort Lauderdale. Or maybe it was Port Canaveral. I can't remember which one. I don't know if she's on a cruise. I don't think she's on a cruise at the moment. Yep. Yeah. So see, there's your type of different types of coasters that you're asking about, Captain Mickey. Jill put them in. I mean, that's exactly what it is. I couldn't tell you offhand which one it is because I'd have to go back and look at the features of each ship. And and there's so many different ships, it's hard to remember which ones are right off, but yeah, there are water coasters, there are certain things that are different types of miniaturized coasters and yes, some of them even have zip lines. So I don't know if that answers your question. I don't know if that hopefully that answers your question that you were asking. Um, so that'll be the other reason I mean, because I'm happy to use this phone to look at the thing. Okay, well, like I said, I will reach out to Tinkerbell and I will get her, try to schedule her to come back in on a cruise line show and we'll talk about the NCL breakaway versus the MSC America for sure. So, okay, guys, I think I'm going to call it a night. It's been a long day today for me. Um, so see, there you go. Zip lines are several of their ships. Do I know what? Well, that depends on what you're talking about. Are you talking about her own shows or are you talking about my show? No problem, Jerry. Hatbox Ghost. Well, good to see you, buddy. Thank you for popping in and saying hi. Yeah. It depends on which show you were talking about. Because we had her on my. Oh, mine. Oh, I had her on sometime in April. I couldn't tell you offhand. I'd have to go back and look at the videos, but I did have her on sometime in April, and was it April? Might have been March. I stand corrected because we just got out of May. We just got into May. Um, yeah, I think I had her on sometime early April as well because I know I had her on. I had her on in March. I think she came back on another show in April. And I will work on getting her on a cruise line show again where we can talk about the NLC breakaway versus MSC America. What are the chances of her watching me right now? That I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you, Captain Mickey Mouse. I couldn't tell you. She could be. But I also know she's an extremely busy with her travel clients. She does work with a lot of her travel shows, so um, that's hard to say. I don't know. She might be watching right now. Um, I mean, obviously, I keep. I'll see. Well, let me. I've got my. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it for you. trying to see if I can find Harlan. Hey, oh, there's Harlan. Hey, buddy, what's up? Um, during 3 months ago. I know I had her on back in let me see. That one said 3 months ago. I swore I had her on. Last time I had her on would have been sometime in March. Captain Mickey Mouse, and that was because I remember bringing on Keith, Adventures with Keith and Jeffy came on, and that would have been about 2 months ago. And it was under the Cruiseine show. Nothing specific as far as dates. Actually, have to go in and fix that. But welcome in, Harlan. Good to see you, buddy. How are you? Well, I had to push it back an hour, Harlan, because Pete's son is graduating high school tonight. Yeah, that's about it. The last one would have been 2 months ago. I've got to go in there and try to correct some of that stuff up. Yeah, there's one, and I can't. It doesn't give a specific date. I wish it would, but it would have been about 3 months ago. And oh, never mind. I can give you one. The last one that was on the show, it would have been about a month ago. March 13th, Captain Mickey Mouse. March 13th would have been the last show she was on. Um, she was on March 13th. She was on February 13th. She was on March 13th. Those were the two. Those would have been the two shows that she was on. Captain Mickey Mouse. Could I link it? Let me see. Yeah, let me see if I can link them. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me see if I can help. There's the last one. There was the last one that she was on. The link that's right there, Captain Mickey Mouse, was the last show that Tinkerbell was on. That actually is the link. You click on that link, it'll take you to the last show Tinkerbell was on. And then let me get, okay, February 13th. And then the link that I just put in is the show that she did February 13th. The first one was March 13th, and that link is February 13th for the ones that Tinkerbell when she was on that show. So how are you doing, Harlan? Well, I hope you had a good dinner. What curiosity, what did you have for dinner? Oh, you found out about, yeah. Oh, you found out. Oh, you're welcome, Captain Mickey Mouse. All right, guys. My phone is actually, the battery's getting ready to run down, so I'm going to need to shut down for tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. It was just a laid back, easy one. We were kind of looking at Utopia of the Seas. Oh, you had haddock for dinner tonight with some. I will message. I will reach out to Tinkerbell before the night's out, Cat. I will reach out to Tinkerbell tonight to see if I can get her on the show. I got to reach out to her anyway, so it'll give me a double reason to reach out to her. So, all right, guys. With that, I do need to shut it down. I only got a certain amount of power left on the phone. And like I said, next week I will have my dual monitors. I don't know if they'll be up and running. Have a great night, guys. With that, I'm going to say, if you are looking to travel, guys, the links for my travel agency was put in earlier. Uh, have a very good night, guys. If you're looking to travel, you can go back at about market at about 6:44 to 6:48. You'll see the commercial for my advertisement with the information to reach out to me. And then if you go back a little after before 7 o'clock, Debbie put the links in to my travel leaders agent profile and my business email. So with that, guys, thank you, Debbie. There's the links for that, guys. Thank you. With that, I'm going to say, let the Cantrell Country Travelway help you find your magical vacation. Have a great night, guys. Bye.